Hello there. I have been drawing people's OCs on my TikTok, and this is a compilation of all of the videos that I have done so far. Now, this is just a compilation of all of the videos that I've done, so if you want to just jump straight ahead to the art, you can always go over to my art station where I just post all of the art there. If you would like to have your OC drawn, you can always head over to my TikTok. I also have Discord if you can't post videos in my comments, because sometimes people can't. And eventually I will be working over more here on YouTube, but as of right now I'm still learning and I will stick to short form content. Do you want your art to be drawn by me? Well, I'm on a mission to draw as many OCs that I can handle, so if you want one, now's your time. Our first victim is this lovely creator right here. All I did was go to her page and ask her directly if she would like to do a art trade. So not only did I draw something, she drew something for me. So after this video, go over to her page and support her lovely art. So this is the piece of art that I was given to recreate. This OC has a lot of color changing aspects to them, to the pink hair, to the stripes on the pants. I just want to say I loved working with all of these different colors, and the clothing design is awesome. If I could have that top, I would. Now, the main thing that I want to gain from this series is engaging with as many small creators as I can. So if you want to have your art drawn or even just a small collab, I want to see your art. So if you're interested, hit me up, let's go. You guys have been heard, and I have seen every single comment, and I have chosen 3 lucky people for this video, so please stay so we can get through every single one of them individually. Moving along, these are our 3 victims right here. Make sure to go show them some love. With this first one, the very first thing that I was most excited for was drawing the eyes. The eyes were so much fun. I love multi-eyed characters, and just the hair alone was one of the first things that I had done, and it was gorgeous. I love this OC. I love your colors. I wish that you would draw more. Please draw more of this one. Talking with this creator was so sweet. Every single one of y'all are just so sweet. So if you did not get picked for this one, it's okay. I will be making more, and I will do as much as I can handle. I hear all of you. Moving on to the second one, this creator wanted to mix between Pokemon World and Steven Universe, making each one into its own fusion. And let me just say, the very first thing that I had said to this creator after showing me this piece of work was, man, this is gonna be fun. And it was fun. I had a lot of fun coloring the tail, working with these nice blue colors. The hair specifically, with like the cool shine, was really fun to work with. They also gave me an amazing ref sheet to work with, and it had everything I needed. And this will definitely be one of my favorite ones so far that I have done. Moving on to the last one, I was given this piece to recreate, and I loved working with the hair. All of y'all are doing some crazy things with this hair, or it's just me, but this character had a lot of tiny details, and all I can say is that I had a lot of fun coloring it. I tried to make it have a good pose, showing off this cool outfit that you had going on here, and with the hair and all its curliness. And once again, I was given such a beautiful ref sheet, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Now I want to talk about some of the most common things that you guys were asking. If you cannot send photos, it's okay. I will be selecting y'all at random, eventually trying to get to all of you. And if you cannot send photos, I will hand out my Discord, or you can follow me on Instagram and we can chat there. This has been part 2 of drawing you guys' OCs. Make sure you come back to see who gets selected next time. And as always, please go show some love to these small creators. Have a good day! Oh hey! I feel like committing a crime. Now, I will not even be attempting to read this username because I'm dyslexic as fuck! Anyways, now straight from the get-go, I knew that this one was going to be fun. Not only is it filled with these great colors, but I love some cats. I wanted to make sure that I tried to keep it in the same pose and position, almost as if I'm just extending your artwork to be a full body piece. I did come up with these own shoes that I had to put on, and I hope they're to your liking. I also think that I forgot to put a bow on the shirt. Realizing that now, my bad. This one is giving off such a magical girl vibe that if this was a show and just this character in different colors, I would watch that. Maybe try to experiment with this character, maybe like a blue or a yellow. Yes, I'd love to see that. Please give that to me. Oh, now that I look at it, I also forgot the hair clip. One thing that I'm learning from this experience is to get better with my outfits. Each person that I've done so far, their outfits have just been astounding, and your way of style, I wish I had it. What do you think about that? You can't say things like that. I especially like the mesh top. And that's all I have for today. Come back later to see if you... Oh, hey there! Welcome back to part 4 of drawing your OCs. Here's today's victim. And this time we have a screen recording. Now this one is probably up there with one of my favorites, right next to the mermaid. This color specifically has always been one of my favorite ones. Going through my webtoon comic, it was one of the main colors that I used along with blue. So working with this color is definitely one of my favorite things. Now this character is based off of an album cover that the creator really loves. I wanted to try and give it a cutesy little pose to show off this amazing outfit that you have going on. It is giving off such a cute little like schoolgirl vibe that I wanted to try to like dive into that. One of my favorite things of drawing this was definitely the skirt, the hair, and the leggings. I love working with leggings and the stars that were in there. I love it. Now the only critique that I have about this is that the hair, the glove, and the shirt are the same color. It feels as if the color is, I don't want to say washing it out, but the shirt was a darker color, or if you work in some other color into it, maybe like a white outline in between it, or even some kind of stripes or something, it could bring it out better. It almost feels as if it's just a block of color, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just my critique. I also made up for last video on forgetting some of the details. I made sure I got every single one of them. I almost forgot to put the face details, but you can see me go back and I remembered. This took me about an hour and 18 minutes to complete. And also, I want to make sure that when you are submitting your art, that it is your art. I'm trying to make sure that all these small artists have a chance to show their OC and what they're worth. Not to mention, just to make some friends. Piper, do you have any thoughts? I think she wants to eat it. Make sure you come back around to see if you get chosen to be in my next video. Oh, hey there. Welcome back to part 5 of drawing your OCs. And here's today's victim. Now with this one of my favorite things about it was all of the floating pieces that you have to it. I wanted to make sure I had it in a good pose that showed off every single element that you had going on here. Like the arm, that was like one of the very first things that I colored. I wanted to make sure it was its own like its own entity. I want to make sure it was heard. I love that each little piece is its own separate color, and I'd love to learn more about the backstory of this character. Even the side face profile thing that you have going on, that was really cool, and I gotta make my characters more complicated. Every single piece of this character is like complementing itself, and that it's amazing. This character is beautiful. Now, if you ever want to see these before the video, I post all of my art and all of these on ArtStation, so you could go follow me there and you can get a heads up of what one is next. And that's all I have for today. If you want to see if your character gets chosen next time, come back.
Welcome back to drawing to Your OCs. Our first victim is someone right here.
Today we have a guest. This is Theo, my nephew.
Hi. And after this video, look at her lovely art.
You should do that. What did you think about the shark one?
Cool.
Only thing that I thought needed some work with it is like all of the colors were really dark, so it kind of felt like I was swimming in the dark for the colors. So if it's a little bit brighter than normal, I apologize. I wanted to make sure that you could see everything going on with this character. I even asked for the line art of the character at some point just so I can see what's going on.
Hi.
Do you want to say anything else?
My name is Theodore, and welcome you.
I did get another drawing of this character, and I just want to say there is so much like tiny details for me personally. If I had to draw this OC more than once, I would go crazy just of the amount of tiny details that there were in this.
What you said again? Thank you for watching. Make sure to come back next time. See if your OC gets chosen.
Oh, hello there. Wait. Oh, hello. Oh, there you are. Welcome back to part 7 of drawing your OCs. Here's today's victim. Now with this one specifically, they didn't draw this piece themselves. This person gets a lot of commissions done specifically for this character, so I will show some more of their art. But I will still be drawing this character for them. Now, seeing some of the other commissions that this person had gotten done for this character, they had all these cool outfits, and I feel now's my time to try to test out my new outfit making skills. I feel like in the end, I ended up giving it a like Bridgerton vibe. She feels very cutesy and just like, I'm so pretty. I'm gonna be the prettiest girl at the party. The hair, I love drawing like how poofy it was over the shoulders, and the little ears are just so cute with their little piercings that they have on the sides. I can definitely say she feels very, very proper, but I don't know if that's just because of the outfit that I put her in. I also love the little like arrow on the chest. It's very subtle. Is that it? Is that all I have? Can I think of anything else to say? Theo, are you shooting guns at my door? Through my door? And that's all I have for today. Make sure to come back next time to see if I pick your OC. What are you doing in my room? Hello there, welcome back to part 8? Are we on 8 now? Of drawing your OCs. Here is our victim. Now this one is giving off such a like fire princess vibe that like the hair was definitely one of the main things that I had started off on like almost right away. I didn't even finish the line art before I started coloring the hair. Now this character is the creator's D&D character. I don't remember what it was called, but it's definitely eye-catching. I gotta say, I love the amount of characters that I've been getting that aren't just like a regular skin tone. Like we've now had a couple different colors, and I enjoy experimenting with like just shading all of these different skin tones. It's definitely been fun. This character comes off as like a very like macho, like yeah, I'm a buff too, baby, and I dance like a man, like that kind of man. He's a manly man, I believe. So I tried to put him in like this, like he's like, oh yes, oh. Like I kind of extended onto the shirt to try to show off more of his muscles that he's got going on there, to like kind of like tuck it into his pants that I made. I also really love that the eyebrows had like the cool fiery thing going on with them as well. And here you go. If you want to see if your OC gets chosen, make sure to come on back. Come on down. Come on back around. Oh, hey there. Welcome back to part 9 of drawing your OCs. Here's today's victim. This one brought me right back to being 12, and whenever I used to draw all of my My Little Pony characters, I was fairly obsessed. I almost had to like relearn how to draw it because I'm so used to just drawing like people now and like wolves and just not ponies that it took me a second to like, how do I do this again? Did really like all the colors that you have going on here, like the pink purpley-ish stuff. And then they also said that the character is a crystal pony, so I had like a reference going on of what a crystal pony looked like, and it was kind of hard to do, not gonna lie. I guess I never really thought about how the crystal ponies were drawn. I can't imagine doing that every day for the show. I did really love the like outfit that you had going on here, like with the little skirt over the back of it. All I did was like color it and then like turn the opacity of it down. I think this one was the fastest one I've ever done. I'm pretty sure this one only took me like 30 minutes. Like, boom, done. And that's all I have for you today. Come back next time or later today to see if your OC gets chosen. You sleeping? Well, hey there. Welcome back to part 10 of drawing your OCs, and today is a really good one. Here's our victim. This one has definitely been the longest time I have spent on one of your guys' OCs. This one took me 2 hours when normally it only takes me about an hour to finish it in total. I spent 40 minutes alone on just the line art. I definitely felt my perfectionism come out on this one. I loved doing the outfit and all the hair and the giant sword that she's got going on. I did end up making the cape a little bit of a darker red so that you can see the contrast between the two of the red on the chest part and the leggings. She's definitely giving, I don't remember which anime it was, like a Castlevania vibe. I also really love the hidden design and the eyes. That part, I don't know why I haven't done that more with more characters. Definitely took me a while to find like the right pose to put her in because I wanted to make sure to showcase like her like all-powerful vibe that she's got going on with this giant sword. Overall, definitely one of my favorite ones I've done so far. I think that's all I have. Make sure to come back next time to see if your OC gets chosen. Welcome back to part 11 of drawing your OCs, and this time we have a twist. Here's today's victim. Now this person wanted me to add to their character. The only rules that I was mainly given was to keep the hairstyle and the color. Besides that, I was given pretty much free reign. I did want to keep the same hoodie going on because that is still a part of your character, at least in this little drawing that you gave me. Now, I was told that this character was kind of a bully, kind of a tomboy, and I wanted to dive into that as much as I could. As well as with the star, I wanted to add to the design with this little star that you had going on. So I had a plan mapped out for making these like really pretty like star pants. One of the main things that I added to your character was some stomach tats just for fun because I don't think I've ever really drawn tattoos before, but I had fun with this. And I also gave her some face piercings. I wanted to give her this kind of like messy, like almost like a shag haircut. And I was gonna give her like some blue eyeshadow to match her hoodie, but then I started messing around with the settings and it gave me this really cool mashup of colors. Now I loved this idea, so not only will I be drawing your OCs, but if you would want me to add to them, I can. And here you have it. Here's your redesign of your character by me. Make sure to come back next time to see if your OC gets chosen. Bye! You, me, are we gonna have to fight? Welcome back to part 12 of drawing your OCs. Here's today's victim. Mommy? Sorry. This one definitely has got a very good, sorry. This one I was told that I could choose any one of the outfits, and I really like the one up in the corner. Now the only problem that I came across with this character is that whenever I color picked the skin tone, it was literally just white. So I instead used the shadow color that you had in there and then just kind of made it lighter. This character's hair color is like the exact same to the OC that I've been giving out people. So whenever I was coloring it, it almost felt wrong to It almost felt as if I was cosplaying my character as a different character just because I'm so used to using that blue for my own character. Now, the creator said that this is a scientist character. She's in a apocalyptic zombie world. And she gave me the description of like this character. It's like in a book that she's writing. And let me just say, as someone who is almost done with dating after the end of the world, I'm very interested in it. Whenever you finish it, you better let me know and I will read it. Oh no, my sister's calling. No, that's it. Welcome back to part 13 of drawing your OCs. Today's victim, and I just want to say I will not ever be drawing this OC unless you pay me because oh my god, it took forever. I probably sketched this foot on the end of it, the one that's lifted up. I probably sketched that foot like 4 times. I don't know what it was, but I just could not handle these like jester shoes that you had going on. I will say like probably one of the biggest challenges I had with this OC was like the picture that you gave me. There were certain parts that I was literally over there going, what is that? Like the stuff around the neck, I hope I got it right just because I like had to like zoom in so far to just kind of see what was going on there, and I hope I did it justice. I don't think I quite knew what I was getting into until I started coloring. Every time I'd go in for a color, I had to make sure it was right because I didn't realize that it wasn't symmetrical. There was a time that I... Just stay there. Okay. I'll definitely say that the next few that I do will probably be more simple because honestly it wasn't that bad. I definitely did have a couple times where I was debating my entire life and I wished that it was over at any point in time, and then I realized I was still coloring, and then I still had to color more, and then I got the wrong colors, and then I had to... Anyways, I hope you like it. Be sure to come back next time to see if your OC gets chosen, but not you. You can stay out of here. Oh, hey there. Welcome back to part 14 of drawing your OCs. Here's today's victim. I gotta say this one was a nice break from my frustration of the last one. One of my main points of this OC that I really liked was the wings. I like how they were just arms and not just wings coming out the back. And whenever I was getting into drawing it, I realized that she didn't really have any pants on. So like I made her leg come up, and like you can kind of see some cheek hanging out, some little booty cheek hanging out up in there. God, there's so much dog hair on my You know I wear socks because you guys are not getting free feet pics. I wanted to try to give the wings some contrast. I made each wing, like I made it like section out of like the lightest and like the darker, like sectioning out the wings. And one of my favorite parts about digital art is that I drew one wing and then just boop, popped it on over to the other side, and then boom, you have 2 wings. I really did like the little like bird feet. That was really fun to draw. I think that's all I have. This one was fairly simple and I enjoyed it. Duke! Get out of the cat food! Let's get started. Here's our victim. Now with this one, my most anticipated thing that I wanted to do was draw those wings. I remember the last time I drew butterfly wings, but this like specific color and character for some reason reminded me of this really old art that I did, and I'm honestly thinking about redrawing it because of this. This character is like a fairy prince. I'm pretty sure, like reading the description that you gave me, it's definitely a character that like I would really like to draw more. I tried to give it a pose, like because he's got a lot of hair going on, so I tried to make it like how he was like putting up his hair in like a very like flamboyant kind of way. Looking back on it, I forgot that like the shirt was kind of like tucked in the pose that I did. I kind of like untucked the shirt, and in my opinion, I wish I didn't do that. I feel like it makes it look worse, but I mean it still turned out pretty good. I had like such a high going on after coloring the wings that I was just so anticipated of like what it's gonna look like that by the end of it, like I felt like it all just came together. Like Dr. Pepper got me going crazy. And here you go. I hope you like it. And as always, if you would like to see these early, you can always follow me on ArtStation where I post the art before I post the video. I'm gonna go back to bed. Okay. Welcome back to part 16 of drawing your OCs. Here is our victim. And I just want to say that this character is absolutely gorgeous. I love this color palette. I loved working with it. I do gotta say though, those small details really had me in a chokehold. Like a couple things that I would throw them into the line art, like the chain, I just made that a part of the line art and got that right out of the way. I was most excited for the, like all the face details and the hair. That's what I started off coloring. This person said that the design didn't used to be so complicated, but they had gotten a like commission done for them and they like redesigned them as well and just made it like a lot cooler. I know that I almost forgot to add the tail, and then like last second I added in the tail, and at first I wasn't really happy with it. I almost thought about not adding the tail, but then I was like, I gotta. All of the like little print on the jacket, I pretty much like, I did follow it almost to a T on like the sleeves part of it, but for like the parts on the shoulder, I just made that up. Overall, I'd say it turned out pretty good. And that's all the videos I have. I do have a special surprise. Not only do I print my own art, but I make my own stickers. So if you want to have your OC drawn, I might just make it into a sticker. Thank you for watching my video, and maybe I'll post another one sometime soon.